Hi, my name is Aishi, and today I'll be covering some work solutions pertaining to the video on an Introduction to Cell Signaling Part 1. Question 1. What will most likely happen to animal target cells that lack receptors to local regulators? A. They might compensate by receiving nutrients via a factor. B. They could develop normally in response to neurotransmitters instead. C. They could divide but never reach full size. D. They might not be able to multiply in response to growth factors from nearby cells. Or E. Hormones would not be able to interact with target cells. Please take a few moments to think about this question. If you answered D, they might not be able to multiply in response to growth factors from nearby cells, then you are correct. Now let's go through some of the other answers. A. They might compensate by receiving nutrients via a factor. Well, in the question, we're talking about a target cell's ability to receive a signal, to recognize a signal. So A is sort of irrelevant. B. They could develop normally in response to neurotransmitters instead. Neurotransmitters are actually a type of local regulator. So you would expect that if an animal cell is not able to recognize local regulators, they wouldn't be able to respond to neurotransmitters. C. They could divide but never reach full size. Local regulators can do a lot of things. They can tell the cells to divide, they can tell the cells to grow, and they can tell the cells to stop growing. So really, because we're told that these animal cells lack receptors to local regulators, we're not too sure what the effect is going to be because, there are so many things that are under local regulation. So potentially, C could happen within a cell. However, what really throws me off is the use of the word never. And you can compare that to the word might in the answer D. And really, with questions or any multiple choice question, you want to generally avoid the answer choices with words such as never or always because they're very strict and limiting. And most of the time in real life, things aren't always 100%. Now let's move on to E. Hormones would not be able to interact with target cells. Well, hormones are actually not local regulators, so just because an animal target cell lacks receptors to local regulators, it should still be able to respond to hormones. Question 2. When a neuron responds to a particular neurotransmitter by opening gated ion channels, what role is the neurotransmitter playing in the signal pathway? A. Receptor. B. Relay molecule. C. Transducer. D. Signal molecule. And E. Endocrine molecule. Please take a few moments to think about this question. If you answered D, signal molecule, then you are correct. Let's go through some of the other answers. It's not the receptor because the receptor is the thing that recognizes the ligand, and in this case, the neurotransmitter is the signal molecule, which is the ligand. It's not the relay molecule because the relay molecule is something that passes on the message after the receptor has already recognized the neurotransmitter. Same with the transducer. The transducer's role occurs after the reception. And finally, it's not an endocrine molecule because an endocrine molecule would be a hormone.